Hey everyone, Crap Gamer here from CrapgamerReviews. Doing another video. Thanks for taking time out to check it out. It's greatly appreciated. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff if you like the video. And if you want to hit me up on Twitter, go ahead. It's at @the_CrapGamer. You can like the Facebook page. Both those links in the description. You can go ahead and check those out. And also a link for the Big Gamer Small Talk T-shirts, hoodies, all the merchandise, the Crap Gamer merchandise, all that stuff in the description. So make sure you do that. Help get us to E3 and all that stuff. It all supports what we're doing, and it's greatly appreciated as well. Speaking of Big Gamer Small Talk, it's Super Bowl Sunday, so there's not going to be a Big Gamer Small Talk today, sadly. So if you guys want to catch that tomorrow, that'll be Monday, February 8th at 8 o'clock on my channel. We'll be doing it there, and the usual suspects will be there. It's just everybody's got parties and plans and things like that, so I figured I'd just do a video to kind of take that place. You know, maybe not as entertaining, but it's a little something that I've been thinking about, and that is this. I've seen a lot of Xbox fans get mad, even people on BGST. And look, here's the thing about that. We can all have different opinions and still be friends, or still you know, be cool with each other. That's fine. We all have difference of opinions, and it's good. Even this opinion might differ from that of Next Gen or Mooch or anybody, you know what I'm saying? And that's fine, because we're all still friends, and it's just opinions. But you know, people want Microsoft to get pissy and to take shots and you know, do those kind of things. And I don't think that Microsoft really needs to do that. Microsoft and the Xbox One are very much alive in the console war. Anything can happen. You know, price drops can happen. Killer apps can happen. A lot of things can happen. Controversy can happen. You know, hardware malfunctions can happen. Anything at this point in time can happen. We're literally just past the 2-year mark for these consoles, you know, so there's still plenty of time for lots of things to catch up. If you look back to when the Xbox 360 launched in 2005, it got something like an 8 to 10 million lead on the PS4, which is probably about what the PS4 has right now. So like I said, Microsoft could come out and slash prices, come out with some killer apps. You just don't know. It's way too early to call it or say that it's dead or whatever, because they could gain momentum at any time. And just taking shots and being kind of an asshole at the competition, that's not Phil Spencer style. And why get out of your style? You know what I mean? They're just going to get, and let's say they did take some real shots. The media would never let them live it down. Hell, the media doesn't let them live down commercials that they do. You know, they call it bragging. So I can imagine what would happen if they actually did do something like take shots. I think people would absolutely flip the fuck out. And I think that that's unfortunate. But, you know, I just honestly, I just think that, taking those kind of shots and things like that isn't Microsoft's forte anymore. Phil Spencer's there. He doesn't even cuss. If you you know, talk to people that know him, or if you've gamed with him, you know that he doesn't cuss at all. He actually doesn't like that at all. You know, he's not really a console war kind of person, and that's fine. You know, you're always going to find people out there that are going to fight on behalf of the Xbox One. It's just not going to be them themselves. It doesn't mean they don't care. It just means that that's not their style. That's not their tactic for this generation. And you see that because a lot of people were like angry because Aaron Greenberg tweeted out that picture of, you know, a PlayStation staff member with I guess a couple with a Xbox staff member, and they're a couple. So I mean, would that really not make you a couple? In my opinion, it'd be like, you know, a Ravens fan being a couple with someone who's a Steelers fan. You know, it can happen. It doesn't mean that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hate the Steelers, but it doesn't mean I would let someone's preference for a team come in, you know, if you love somebody or care about somebody, from being with that person. So that just is all just nonsense. And, you know, at the end of the day, you don't really have to do that to get your point across. Microsoft can win and make a comeback with games, services, because guess what? Any shots they take, anything they take at Sony isn't going to make as big of an impact as, say, what they did yesterday, you know, or like Red Dead Redemption backwards compatibility, right? That's a shot heard around the world. That's trending all over Twitter. People talking about that. That's just a game, a backwards compatible game. You have Sony fans like, damn, I wish I could get that. Why can't Sony do backwards compatibility? Hey, don't forget about us. That was a great game. Can you please get it for, you know? That would make people want an Xbox more than taking shots at Sony, right? Say you're Microsoft and you're like, oh, F Sony. Their servers suck. Their online sucks. You know, this Kaz does this and Yoshida's a fucking goofball. You know, that's just going to piss off Sony fanboys. That's not going to make them want your product. At the end of the day, you're trying to sell your product to gamers. And you do that with games, not taking childish shots at people, and that's just how it is. And I think until some of you guys need to understand how the business world works, as much as you'd like to see them take shots, that ain't going to happen. You know, Microsoft is in a double standard situation where the media is not supporting them, a big chunk of the gamers aren't supporting them, and you're not going to win them over by taking petty childish shots from behind because you just seem desperate. When you're losing and taking shots, it's desperation. You know what I mean? When you you know, when you win, when you lose, say nothing. When you win, say less. That's always been kind of my motto, and I think Microsoft is doing that, and good for them. You know, you might not agree with me, and you might think I'm an idiot, but I don't really care. This is how I feel, my own personal opinion. You know, you make lemons with lemonade. You know what I'm saying? You make lemonade with lemons. That's the Xbox One was lemons at first, and they've managed to make lemonade with it. Honestly, it's turned into a great console, and the games thing seems to be working. The services are good, the features are good. Everything's going to wind up okay for everybody, no matter which console you support. But again, you can't just go off and be assholes and be dicks to everybody, because that's not going to make the other side buy your console. Games will. Let me know what you guys think. Sound off in the comment section. Rate, comment, subscribe. Rack 'em up. Crap Gamer out.